Hi guys. So this is the beginning of a series, and in this series we're going to be talking to some awesome individuals, and they're going to be sharing their Japa story with us. They're going to basically be sharing the process, how they left Nigeria, how the process was like for them, and how Canada has been like for them so far. First person we'll be talking to is Hope. Hope is a software engineer at Microsoft.
Hello everyone, my name is Hope. I'm a software engineer and a community manager. I believe the world would be a better place if we all learn to show a little kindness to each other.
I'm sorry that I'm always feeling me and not you. I'm sorry that
I know everybody wants to leave Nigeria. Like Japa is like the in thing in Nigeria now.
You can't blame them.
But yeah, you can't blame them actually. But sincerely, deep down, what made you want to actually leave Nigeria?
So when I left, it was actually a different time from now,
Okay.
I left about 2 years ago, so a lot has happened in Nigeria.
That was like 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I started prepping, I didn't even start, I left 2020, but that was even far before I was preparing. I started preparing for it around 2019, 2020. So Nigeria was still kind of in a okay situation, you can I'm still okay here, and there is no that pressure to move. So for me, at that period, it was not just about, moving or japa, as they would say. It was about opportunity. I was finishing school, and based on what I studied and everything I had done, I wanted a good career opportunity for where I could actually start from. I wanted to start in a good company and all that. And those type of companies were difficult to find in Nigeria. So
you had your eyes on the prize.
Exactly. So it was like, and I have friends that like to dream. They dream a lot. Because to be honest, I think the very first time we had this idea of, we could work for Google, Microsoft, we're like, are you crazy? That was like our reaction. And they were like, no, we can do this. And that's one great thing. We had that support. So we're like, yeah. And we started applying. So that was like the short story.
So I'm assuming you left on a work visa.
Yes.
Okay. So how was the process from applying for a job to applying for the visa? Let's say we're applying for a job. So how was how are you searching for a job? Because I'm sure that people really want to because I've had people asking me that, okay, how do I start searching for jobs, or what kind of jobs will actually give me this
like
visa?
I said, I was searching for a particular opportunity, so kind of I was very intentional. So it was not just apply to any job that just allows me to move out of the country or something. So we're applying to a set of companies. I knew that I wanted to work for, we call them Fortune 500 companies. So it was just me applying to those companies, not literally any particular country. Then we were country agnostic. We're just applying. We're applying any company. So I applied to several companies actually, a lot. I couldn't keep track at some point. And then I know there were some key companies that stood out because for that they saw the application, which was rare at that time, because 2019 we rarely had companies listening to us. The likes of all these big companies, it wasn't so common for people to work there.
Yeah.
Right, so it was if they ever respond to you, it's okay, that's cool. They check my application. Because some people, immediately you apply, it just bounces back. Sorry, that's it. They just tagged in Nigeria, no. So,
their check card, their CV check card, just said, go back.
Not allowed. Countries banned. So some key companies actually responded. One of them was, at Google, Bloomberg, Goldman. They reached back. I did not say I got them. So they reached back to me. Then which other one? Facebook, and then Microsoft. So why I named them was because I wanted to talk about the rejection part. Just calling them. No,
it's good. It's good so that they will know that it's not all acceptance.
Yeah.
What?
Acceptance.
cut the cameras. Dead ass.
It's not acceptance. There are rejections as well. So
So that was why I named them, because I remember them vividly. And when they reached back, you had that high hope that it was like, I get to somewhere. So I did like, first round of interview for all these companies. And then this was like my final year though, and I was writing exams. I was in my project, so it was like a very hectic period already. So I was really tired. And then these companies rejected me the same in a space of like 2 weeks.
Oh.
Aside from Microsoft. Yeah. So it was like back to back rejection. And I can remember I think I had one rejection, and then I had the next interview. Like, maybe Facebook rejected me this morning, and I had interview for, I can't remember the company, that same morning. And I was like just so tired. I was like talking to my friends like, see, I'm done. I'm tired of this thing. Why did we got this mission? Because then, some people already got these opportunities, and it's like, you can't back out now. You can do this, you can do this. So I kept on applying, and then, the company I work in right now, which is Microsoft, kind of came along. I did the interview as well, and then I did the on-site. But I already lost hope, actually.
You did on-site?
Like, physical, kind of the final round of interview.
That's but the team was in Canada.
Yeah, so Microsoft is like a big company, right?
Yeah.
So the role I was applying for was like a new grad opportunity.
Okay.
So they call it specifically new grad opportunity. It was a specific type of program that recruits Africans to North America, right?
Do they still do that?
Yes, but they paused it recently. Tech is, the way the economic situation is. So, but they did it like every year, and I think they paused in between, but they continued again. So it was like a very good opportunity, because at least that one, you specifically know that they really wanted us, right?
Yeah.
They came to Africa to actually sort out this talent and all that.
Okay. So they actually came to you.
Yeah.
But then you still went through the whole
interview process. You kind of see the application online, but you like the fact that it was particular about, we wanted to recruit from Africa to our, North American companies was like so specific. It was more or less like they were intentional about it. And I won't necessarily say like they care so much, but it was more like, we want these people in our company, right? So that was kind of encouraging that, at least I can apply. This is why expecting my application. Unlike the other ones where, you're applying and you're not sure. Some people you apply and they just bounce back, kind of thing. So, so that was this one. That was like my final, I think that was the last interview I had. And then I was already tired. So when they called me for the last round of interview, I was just like, you know what? It's not good. I'm tired. So I was almost not gonna go for it, to be honest. Because I was like just so tired of it. And like, is it our company that finished in Nigeria? What am I looking for? Why am I running away? So that was the way the whole application thing went. So like I said, the first thing was, the opportunity I was going after. So eventually I think I summoned up courage. I did the final round of this interview, and then I eventually, got the offer, right? I eventually got the offer. And then that was when the whole relocation dinner started. It was not like, okay, so we relocated it to the, North America company, and then these are the options. You're supposed to go to Seattle, but even if you don't get a visa to the US, you can go to Canada. They start presenting those options, right? So it was there, I knew it, but like I said, I didn't focus on that. I was like more about the opportunity. And then when I got it, that was when I realized that, they would sponsor you, they would take care of your visa. I mean, I didn't have to worry about anything. I just had to worry about getting the job, which was great, right?
Yeah. So. I mean, when people hear, they'll be like, you're so lucky, but like, the application part is not being lucky, but once you've scaled through, every other thing is just going to come really easy.
Exactly.
Like, how long did it take, like the whole job application process, like how long did it take? For it's like, for when you say applying to like when you got a job.
Good question. So again, I mentioned that this was a crazy idea of my so-called friends. So this started like 2019. Yeah, that was my final year, 2019. I think we just came back from internships. So, some people did internship most people did internship in Nigeria. The only set of people, I think we're just like two. Just two people that had the opportunity to do an internship abroad, like a Goldman Sachs company or something. So, them coming back with their experiences, kind of like just their experience, kind of just, opened up like everybody's eyes and everybody's, interest, and actually seeing that there is a wide difference between working for, a Fortune 500 company than, working for, it's not like it's not like Nigeria, the companies who work for in Nigeria weren't great. I mean, I had the opportunity to do an internship in a very great company. Yeah. And then at Info, it was like a very awesome opportunity. Like, it helped my career. But like, there was just this difference. There was still that wide difference. And the fact that working in this company is a different kind of, it gives you a different kind of feeling, and it gives you a different kind of, tenacity you have to put into your job and all that. So it was that desire and test of, I want to experience what it feels like to work in a Fortune 500 company that drove us. And this started in early 2019 when we just came back. So we just started the academic year and all that. So it was more or less like, this is going to be our year 500 pursuit that we need to finish school, and that was even the period where reality dawned on you that, okay, I'm finishing school, and what do I do with my life? So it was like, we are finishing school, we need to get a good job, right? And still with Project Palava and all that. So that was a stressful year. So I started applying early 2019. That was when we actually put in the courage. I remember, I think my ever first real application that was like, okay, yeah, I'm serious, was to Palantir. That was like in April. And yeah, okay, I think you don't want to hear the story. I was like, I had no idea what it meant to actually, put in real application, write a cover letter, writing a good resume or CV. Like, I had to remake my CV. I remember then, and I was like, my CV wasn't good. So we had to use the software to actually, highlight correctly your skills. And then we had to apply. So that was the first real application that they actually got back. And we were like, okay, looks like this thing is, we can do this. And then we now started applying to more jobs. And that was April, but that was when we did something called a mass application. We just go to different companies' careers page, and we just find new grad opportunity and just apply. Like, I think somebody had to, I don't know that I set a script or something, but every single time it's just, okay, these people just posted their new grad opportunity online and all that. So we were just applying to new grad opportunities for different companies. So from that April, this was rigorous. So it sounded like it would have been a short period, but it was like a very long period, hectic period. Just a challenging year, because I had to like always write several cover letters for different companies. You have to like carve your cover letter to suit the company and all that. Stressful. Like, one day I was checking my folder, and I was like, God, see the number of cover letters I wrote. So always update it to whatever it is. Like, so it was a lot. It was very hectic. So I kept on, so it was during that period, starting from April, I think that was when I got serious about applying. And then I didn't have I had rejections, some, but for this particular company that at least I was seeing green lights, because I got to the final stage. I think that was in December. That was like my New Year gift from God. That was like
that's April to December.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was until December before I got my offer.
That's a long time. Remember somebody reached out to me that she has been applying for like a month or something. And she's applied to like a lot and she has not seen. And I'm like, you have to calm down. Like, this thing is actually not. It's not easy at all. Like, you actually have to be calm, and you have to make sure that your application is actually good. Because
yes,
it's one thing for you to be applying to like 100 companies, another thing for your application to be like very good.
True.
Because it doesn't make sense if you're applying, and then you don't even know how good.
Oh,
your
you're just
application is.
applying separately. And one day you go apply, you send cover letter. Maybe you're applying to Goldman Sachs, and then you send the cover letter that, hello, I'm applying to lead code company. And then
That's what happens to me.
so you have to be careful again. So it's a lot of work, actually.
It's a lot of work. So like after that, then the visa process, like how was it? How long did it take for you? Like from when you started applying to like when you got the visa, and like when did you just dawn on you that I'm leaving Nigeria? Because at the start it's always like let's see, but like at a point like how did you
it's getting real. The deal is now, So I eventually got this. I got my offer, like I said, in December 2019. That was like my either Christmas or New Year gift. I don't know, but that was awesome. But I didn't know that was like the battle one completed. That was the first tip. So that was 2019. 2019, everybody was happy, the world was cool and calm, we all had our new year enjoyment, and February 2020 came.
COVID.
Oh my god. So COVID came, and then people started rescinding offers. Like companies started to, withdraw offers because they were laying off. So it was a very tricky period. So yeah, it was scary because I just got this offer after, giving thanks to God, and I was like, my new year was so amazing. I was like, yeah. And then COVID came, I was so scared. So it was like really scary because we kept on. I remember mailing the company several times like, hey, what's up? What's my, where's my stand? Let me know when I have to go back. Actually, I think that I had even started preparing again
for another round of interviews.
Just in case, because I'm like, oh god. So I started prepping my skills up again. I started to freshen up my skills, and like, looks like Nigeria want me to stay. So, but eventually, I think after some time, they were like, oh no, that we should stay calm, that the company is not going to rescind our offers. Our offers are still there. So I'm like, okay, that's assurance, but I need to be sure until I get the visa and I'm going even at that. So but it was kind of like reassuring. So but I was supposed to go to the US, right? Because they said North America complained, but I think for my offer was specifically for the US. So but that was dependent on getting a visa. That was dependent on getting H1B visa. And the H1B result was supposed to come in March, so I didn't get it in March. So I didn't get it. That was like disappointment one. But I was like, okay, they already said that even if I didn't get it, I can always go to Canada, which was fine. But then it was a tricky period because there was COVID, and they were dealing with COVID, and then I didn't get my visa. So there was just this period of time where I really wasn't sure. Yeah, they go back to me in August. So that was like a new, okay, now we are coming to come and work in Microsoft Canada, that kind of thing. So and then that was when we started to work on the visa kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. It was August I started to work on the visa.
Yeah.
So like from March to August, it was just silence.
Yeah.
Hey God. I don't even think I can handle that. I can't. Because just the wait period from when we did biometrics to when we got the visa, I was even like, this one not going to give us this anymore. Yeah. And you waited from March to August. But and they like to take their time.
Yeah, exactly.
They like to take their time with everything that they are doing here.
So, but the thing is, there was just always the reassurance, which I liked. They kept on, mailing that, hey, we are here with you.
Yeah.
You're still here, that kind of thing. So I think that was always comforting. That at least they know that they expect me and they still have me in their mind. So we did the whole process. Now I got to August.
Okay.
And then I started applying, and then That visa was another story because there was COVID, so they had COVID backlog, and then they were like this was going to take longer than necessary because for other people that have like done this in previous years, I think from when they reach back to them, like when they really start applying, it takes like 3 weeks. I think the max had been 1 month, so the expected thing was that in September, October you were going to admit, yeah. But
Really,
trust me.
1 month.
Yeah, for most people, previous years. I know that's not the case anymore.
It has everything on it.
So what we did, so when I got to no, September was, I don't know, but I started anyways, I started biometrics, medical, all these things were taking like a period of one month. So like so dragging. So like from, I don't even know what the first thing, I think the first thing, no. You do medical before biometric, yeah. So I did medical, it's in drag, biometric, and even biometric, because I did biometric October. I did October 20, I can't remember. That's tricky period.
God,
October
20.
October 20. Because that point was, because I said I wasn't so keen on leaving Nigeria. I was more about, I wanted to work in a good company. So even if that good company was in Nigeria, I was so fine at that period. So, but that October 2020 changed everything for me.
I think it changed everything for a lot of people.
Because that day I was outside. I remember, I went to do my biometrics, so I was coming back, and then I don't know whether someone called me or somebody said that, there is a curfew at 4 p.m. No, that day was a tricky period because they didn't say anything until like about, it's not 12 or so that there is a curfew at 4 p.m. I'm like, I live in Ikorodu. I'm in VI. How do I get to Ikorodu before 4 p.m.? So I was so lost. I was so shocked. I was like, I was confused that day. So I'm like, are they for real? Are they not for real? Do I start my journey or what do I do, right? I think I had a friend that was in VI and they were like, you can, come to our place and then you go the next morning. But thank God I didn't even do that because how many days that thing lasted now? No, I don't have to worry. I will just take the leap of it, and then I didn't go to Ikorodu. I ended up staying in my church area, so I could always stay there. So I went there. That was in around Pangrove, Yaba side, right? So from VI, but it was scary because there was no bus anymore. Then that was 12 o'clock, so everywhere was shutting down. People were going up. The bus center was so empty. I was so scared. I hate it. I've left Nigeria. You should have left Nigeria. Taking time. That day was, but eventually I thank God I got home safely and all that. And then that was when we now heard about the news that they were shooting at the place. So it was so real to me because it's home because I was like I could exactly. It was where I went to. I could have. It may not have even been that I even joined the protest. It could have been that
we're just going.
I was just going home. Right? So I was like, what? I know that there was I think that was the ever first time I felt like I had what is called that thing like when you are feeling. I can't remember, I used that word because I was working at that period and I was like, I'm not mentally stable right now. That I don't know, I just couldn't explain the feeling I was having because I was like, this is supposed to be the youth, the future of Nigeria. So what is becoming of Nigeria? That I was done. I was like, okay, oh God. When you change your prayer point and you're like, it's time to go, God. I think we are overstayed. I will not come here. For the next couple of months, my prayer was just like, just keep me safe till I leave here. Because it was really bad. I was so scared and it gave me too many things to think about. So but I still had to wait, I think 3 months after that.
That's from August,
October,
September.
Yeah, October came, biometrics took I don't know how many months. I eventually got my visa in December.
Christmas gifts.
It was another Christmas gift. It was. Because I remember it was like last week of December. December 30 or something. That was when I got a visa. I was like, okay, good. Sounds like you like to make Christmas miracles. So now, 1 year.
Long. That was like so long. I don't even know if I'm well. I mean, you don't have a choice. You have to be patient. What other option do you have?
The other thing I remember I wanted to mention was like, it's good for us to be patient, right? But I feel like one thing that keeps you for your hope not to be too long or too deterred is to actually, why I'm waiting, what can I do, right? I think even I'm a Christian, right? So in the Bible, it happens where they're like, okay, yeah, you wait, you are open for some keep you going is to why you are waiting for something. Yeah. So while I was waiting, I was working. So I was working in a bank. So that was why.
But you're even working for Microsoft at that time.
No, I was not.
You had not started.
Yeah, you can't. I could not start. I could not start. So yeah, it took me a while. So, but I was working at the bank already. So I was like, it was like, yeah, it may not be where I want to be, but I enjoyed what I was doing, and I was working in a good company already. So it was like, yeah, this is just a future thing. It's okay as long as I'm going there. So it was okay. I was still fine until that October 2020 came. So.
That time was so from banker to software engineer to banker.
I was in the software engineer in the bank. I was in the bank. You stop being whatever. I don't know. Say you're being prejudiced.
No, I don't know if you had said you're a program product manager. I know that I've heard of product managers in the bank, but I'm not really. Well, maybe it's not just a popular thing that
you guys should stop being
software engineers in banks.
I've forgotten it. My friend, is it prejudiced? Abi, whatever. What's that?
Stereotype.
Yeah, stop being stereotypic. When people say I work in a bank, what do you do in the bank?
Okay, so you're a software engineer in the bank.
Whenever somebody says I work somewhere, they didn't say, oh, I'm a banker. They say, oh, I work in a bank. Say, oh, what do you do? Even when someone says, oh, I work in Google, ask, what do you do? Don't just assume, oh, you're a software engineer or a programmer. Okay. They are other roles. So please.
But yeah, software engineer.
Yeah, I'm a software engineer. So I'm a software engineer in a bank. Even though I had to wear, I had to dress up. I had to do that. But it's okay.
So how has Canada been like for you so far? Honest truth.
You want the truth? Okay. So everywhere has its pros and cons, right? So, I feel like one maybe it's beginning to change, but one misconception out there is that when you get to Canada, all your troubles are washed away. No.
It's just going to be
beginning. Canada has its own troubles. So don't just assume when people say, oh, come to Canada and you feel like heaven, or like one thing again is that people post the best part of their lives out there. People don't tell you how much they're suffering.
When I'm suffering, when Bill is choking me, there's no
things. So Canada has the pro you get here, it's good. Yeah, I feel a bit more secure, right?
Yeah.
I can work in nights, I go out 12, 2, I'm not bothered. But again, it depends on where you're living, right? So don't just assume that everybody abroad is safe and all that. You don't do that in some places, right? But for most part of the area, it's like I'm kind of safe.
Yeah.
Also, there is, good. The government kind of put things in place to make things work for you, right? You have good electricity, every single thing, like everything is convenient for you. Yeah. You are comfortable. Yeah. You are living a comfortable life if you do things, normally. But the other end of it is that you're paying for this comfortability. So when people tell you that, you have fun, or you can, when you get here, you can buy a Tesla straight away. Yes, you can. At what cost? When you see everybody in Canada, you see them holding iPhone. It is possible, but at what cost? So what people don't tell you is that yes, it is very easy to get things here. The government has made the system easy for you to be able to afford things. in the sense that you don't have to have all the money up front. I think that's the
Yeah.
problem we have in Nigeria, which makes it seem like, oh yeah, I have to suffer and suffer,
Yeah,
suffer.
before you can
So
get
it's
something.
like, oh, you can, get this comfort you want up front and let the money follow you at the back. Instead of, I need to make the money first and then start enjoying, right? You can enjoy your life and then worry about it later. That's I think the way I would sum up Canada lifestyle. Like, yeah, don't stress too much. You want to enjoy, you want to go on vacation, go. Worry about you pay it later. That's the way it is. Enjoy now, pay later. So that is kind of the life. So it's like, now, how do you want to cope with it, right? So I've still been mentioning the pro. I'm not mentioning the con. So how do you want to balance it and all this kind of thing? You are coming from Nigeria, where you do not have this concept of there is loan, there is basic that will follow you till you die. you know that kind of thing. Say, I have a friend, I will not mention her name. She does not like credit. We have something called credit card that allows you to be able to, use money. You are kind of, it's like, you have a card and then you're just using the money, then worry about paying it later. It's like, enjoy yourself, buy whatever you want to buy. But you see this friend, as she buy whatever she wants to, she buy pencil right now, she'll go and pay it back. She does not like this. So you see,
In my defense, I didn't know it was me you're talking about now. I've already exposed myself. See, the Nigerian in me cannot just be spent. Wait, I'm borrowing money and then I'm going to pay him. God.
the lifestyle is enjoy
I have to get used to
yourself.
it because
Yeah.
the system is actually made like that. If you are trying to like outsmart them, you're trying to like pay back, I feel like you will not grow, your credit will not grow. I mean, I have to like get used to it, but it's too hard. It's hard.
The system is so
I
the
want to
way-
owe you people money.
That's why it sounds like Canada is like everyone, they feel like, oh, my problems are. It's because the government is making you kind of live like that, live in a sense of, we want you to be comfortable, but at the expense of the fact that you are in this system. You cannot run away.
Comfortable when you pay us money.
You will
every
continue
month.
to, you're kind of like our employee forever. So you continue to pay it, which is good in some sense and in some areas. I mean, you can afford a house, you don't have to worry about, I need to find $1 million. How do you want to do that? Right?
How do you want to even save one?
Yeah, so exactly. Things always come up and eat the money. So it's like, oh, get whatever you want right now and you can pay it whenever you want, which is good, right? That's still the pro. That's what makes it look as if things are working and all that. It's just the way the system is built, right? But then the con is that when you're working like me, with no family, well, you are paying the system a lot of money. So there's something called taxes that I never knew when I was in Nigeria. I told you I worked in Nigeria. I worked in a bank. So I worked for a corporate organization and I was actually paying taxes. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
That is what it means that you are not paying taxes, because I didn't even know. I didn't know I was paying taxes until I think I needed my pay stub one time, and then I asked, and I was like, oh, okay, so I paid 20k. No, so like 40k.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
If you are applying for a job in Nigeria, they'll tell you your salary after tax.
Exactly.
So you know what you're paying
I think
for.
that's
you know
one
what
thing.
you're getting. But here,
So they tell you the one before tax, and then you're like, oh my god, this is money.
never calculate tax.
And then your first salary comes and you're like, wait, I don't understand. Do you guys make mistake? That's almost like half.
You're already expecting this amount, and you're like, okay,
That's when
bad. They'll remove like how many percent? Okay.
You never know. That's when you now begin to learn the systems of Canada. That there is something called taxes. You start to hear something called sales tax. What concern me? I don't understand. There is, federal tax, and then see, everything is just so tax. That's the first thing. It's going to like learning how it works is a whole course on its own. I myself have never figured it out yet. Learning how taxes work and all. So that's why some people can be working hours and hours, be putting every single thing, they're working hard, and yet what they are getting is still like the bare minimum. So when you see people that travel to Canada, and even if they're working in nice places, please don't just assume they have money.
That's fair.
It's hard. Life is hard here. Especially when you're working, life is hard. You pay taxes, and which is painful because you see that you're working. It's like you're working and you're just earning half of what you're working for. And it's sad. So, and then the other thing is cost of living, depending on where you are, is not a pot of beans. Right now, rent. Okay, I actually need to tell you a story. So I think when I came here, I kind of stayed in a temp housing. So and after a month, I started to look for places to stay. And then I was searching online and I saw apartments are like 1,600, 1,700, 1,800. Like sorry, that's 1,800 Canadian dollars. Like, this is nice. This is cheap now. Why did I say so? Because I thought it was per year. Rent per year in Nigeria now. Why are you looking at me like that? Rent per year. Excuse me, did you know that? I didn't know. For some reasons, I didn't watch that part in all the YouTube videos I was watching. I didn't know of that part. I was being genuine, sincere. I didn't know until when I was talking to my friends. I was like, "Oh, I saw this apartment, 1,800. So nice." My friends were like, "I don't understand. Are we getting paid some money? I don't understand." I'm like, "It's not per year." So rent is not per year.
Rent first choke you. You enter Canada, rent first.
That day I was blank. I was like, what? I'll be paying 1,800, like 2,000 Canadian. How much is my salary? I was shocked because in Nigeria your rent doesn't take substantial amount. It is possible for your rent to take half of your salary in this place. Like no joke, half of your salary. I'm like, what? I was blank. So no, rent is crazy.
Not a joke.
You see that part?
Crazy. Especially Vancouver.
No, that part is something I can't.
Vancouver. If you're going to other parts of Canada, I think like Calgary. I don't know about Montreal, sha. Calgary, Winnipeg.
Yeah, Montreal is too cheap.
Montreal
Actually too.
But you see Vancouver and then
Toronto, all the big cities, and that's where the jobs are, right? Those are where the real jobs are. So
you have to actually like do your research before you actually come to these places, because it's not beans. Vancouver especially. Yeah. It's not beans. Rent is like so high. If you don't even have like a means of income
that can sponsor, and you even need to make peace with this income, because you are making whatever amount, X amount. Let's say you're making 2,000 or 2,500, and your rent is half of it. Tell me, how do you want to be?
How do you want to ball? How do you want to eat?
How do you want to be happy? How can you save out of it?
You can't. That's the thing. This system is built make you not able to save. Like they don't want you to save. I think like we still have that Nigerian mentality of saving. It's good, right? It's good, but here now it's more painful because you were able to save in Nigeria, but here it's like, how much am I even saving? Like you barely you barely see the amounts to save. Like, so it's really painful. Like it's extra painful, especially in Nigeria, that saving is like
you can't save. No, it's always going to be painful. Every month you're going to be paying how your money is going. I just said rent. I never said bill. I don't make fun of every other bill.
I live on rent. Water. I pay for
some houses. Every water now.
Electricity.
Everything, but some places
it's still not so much.
So what about the other bill? Let me count the bills for you. So you have internet. You pay for internet. This is home internet, not your house internet. See, a lot of things are confusing, yes, and I understand you because me myself I was confused. I don't know that you pay for phone, you pay phone bill. So when I went to get my phone, they were like, oh, the SIM card. I was like, okay, how much is the SIM card? They said, no, it's free. I'm like, oh, nice. Okay, so your bill. So there is, $60 per month for 8 gig, $30 per month for $80. I don't understand. I'm lost. 8 gig of what? In Nigeria, you buy data. When you have your money, you have $100, go and buy 10 gig data. When you have 1,000 naira, go and buy whatever. Like buy as you, pay as you go. But this one, they're like, oh, you pay a definite amount, and then this is the amount of gigabyte you'll be having every month. And when you come in, $60, $40. I don't understand. I'm not as bad. Well, that one is it was even still okay, but that was a lot because I'm like I have to pay this every month, constant, and you can't default. Then internet part was there. I think those are the hydro is not like that expensive, but you see that internet aspect and phone bill. Those are like the two one that because internet was big for me. If you work from home, and I work from home like frequently, so I had to buy a very good internet plan, which cost a lot of money. And it's like by the time you had all this up to your rent minus God, I don't know.
So like
it's worrisome.
Coming to Canada now is like the calculations you know used to do in Nigeria. Here you become an adult,
real adult.
Like every day I carry a calculator. Every day I calculate.
You have credit cards, you know. You can't enjoy yourself.
Don't fall for that.
Don't have credit cards.
Do not fall for it. Like be like me.
Enjoy now.
It's not so great to be like me, but
don't mind that.
Be like me.
Don't mind enjoy now. See, enjoy what life is simple.
Enjoy now, pay later.
You enjoy your life while
go on
you
your
can.
trips and
so
buy the iPhone.
You need to be smart about it. I feel like it's just learning to balance it. So I think first thing, at least for me and a few friends that I've known, first thing is always like, I don't understand what's going on here. Like you don't understand every single thing. The banking system, everything is different. Like what is credit card? Like I didn't have an idea what credit card meant. I just knew that they gave me money and okay, nice, free money. That's when you research. So you have to actually you have to learn out. They won't explain these things to you.
Yeah,
that's the funny thing, and that is I won't say it's annoying, but
it's very annoying.
They won't tell you all these things. They won't tell you have to pay your credit card bills. You have to read it. They give you the letter. They're like, read it. You need to understand the banking system, the way things work, the old phone thing, and everything. So that's always like the first thing that probably if you don't have someone to guide you or someone that has been here before, you would have a lot of misconception.
Yeah,
and hopefully you don't fall into some traps before you go too far. Like you can enter basic before you know. Like I think I didn't know, and I know this sounds bad, but I didn't know I was supposed to pay my credit card bill.
Like who did not even do any research about just carry that bag down to leave Nigeria. Let me just go to Canada. Nothing.
I researched more about how to move, the places to live, the area. I was not looking at the system. Like I didn't learn that. That was the first time I was living in Nigeria. I've never lived out of Nigeria before, so I did not know that things work differently in different countries. So I came here with my Nigerian mentality, and they're just disorienting me. I'm like, how now? So it was like, but again, I went to get credit card. You told me, your credit limit is this. You didn't tell me that, set up auto payments or all these things. I had to find that out myself.
Yeah.
It's like, so sad because if I did set up with auto payments, I would forget to pay. I remember first month, I think I had actually forgotten to pay. I didn't know I was supposed to pay at a particular month and all that. And these are how these things would have followed you and start spoiling your credit score. Yeah. That's another thing. You have to build credit score. Yeah, that's another talk on its own. So yeah, but I think after some time you get used to the system and you just live with those things. It's not that you are happy with it. See, two things I will never be happy with: taxes, rent. No. So yeah.
So like all in all, do you regret moving to Canada?
That's a tricky question. Because after you end me events finish, by the time my friends, by the time I complain, small, come back to Nigeria. Every small complaint,
they say, come to Nigeria, let me take your place.
It's like, so did I regret? I would say, actually, I'm happy that I actually had the opportunity. That I was able to get exposed because see me coming here and I was a total newbie and messing up so many things, but that experience allowed me to be able to see things differently, right? So I'm happy I actually took that decision to leave. I don't think I regret it. I feel like it's just been a learning opportunity to understand that there is no heaven everywhere. So even if Nigeria is not in a great shape right now, you don't like the way things are going, or you feel like things are not going, the way you want it to be, that doesn't mean that leaving Nigeria is the solution to all your problems.
Yeah. True.
So I didn't regret it, but that doesn't mean I was like, yeah, I'm happy I left Nigeria, and yeah, that was the best decision of my life.
Yeah.
I don't know yet if it was the best decision, right? But I feel like, yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that, yeah, I did live to learn and understand the way life works. And I think it had even helped me to appreciate more what living in Nigeria means.
Yeah. That was deep. Anyways, so like, do you plan on leaving Canada?
Yeah, it's all about, the experience for me and understanding the way the system works for every other country. So yes, I like the strong word for me. But yeah, I've enjoyed living in Canada, and I still enjoy living in Canada, but I feel like I want to understand, I would like to explore other places as well, right? So I don't know when, but I would love to actually explore other places.
Okay, that's great. Any advice for people that want to, start this immigration journey, leave Nigeria? They want to japa, basically. Yeah, so any word of advice for them?
It's good to japa. I would say it's bad, it's good. But then, first, don't just japa because everybody's leaving. Don't just be like, yeah, the next stage of Nigerian life is japa. Yeah, the way the system is right now, I mean, if you have the opportunity, please leave, right? If you have the opportunity there, I'm not saying you must stay and make it work. So, but then again, I feel like it's good to actually, take a step back and understand your why, right? Apart from the way the situation of the country is like, is Japa the actual solution to my problems? I don't know. It's gonna be tricky, right? Because I don't want people to feel like, oh, she's just saying it because she doesn't want people to move. Or I mean, if it was like that, why didn't you stay? That kind of thing, right? But I just feel like sometimes when I speak to people, I feel like people are just doing it just because they feel everybody's leaving, and that pressure can be there. See, I get you. That pressure can be there. Before I got my offer in December, right? And we all started applying in April. As of like August, I have friends that had gotten like 5 offers. Like me, I'm still looking for one. I have people that got offers in like 4 companies, right? And it's like, can you beg them to swap for me? Right? So the pressure is always there, right? But then, even in the midst of the pressure, it's good to sometimes take a step back. And is that the best for me right now? Right?
Yeah.
Even if you would eventually leave, but for some people, I feel like you probably need some time to probably gain some experience.
Yeah.
Right? You need to work. Okay, imagine you're starting learning tech. You want to be a software engineer right now, and you're just starting. Would Japa be the best solution for you right now? Like, you're not looking to school, you actually want to work. Would that? So you can take a step back and be like, oh, what's the best thing for me right now? Do I need to learn? Do I need to maybe work for a startup or work in a good Nigerian company to build my profile first, right? Build a strong case for myself first, or do I need to leave? And again, don't because of pressure. And I feel like I just want to apply to any school, because that's another thing. Some people are doing. Just apply to any school, do any course.
Yeah,
there is cost. Hey. I don't know, maybe people don't say these things. School fees is expensive. School fees is expensive in Canada. And now cost of living that I've mentioned. So imagine doing all this as a student. Do you want to come here and be living a miserable life? Or just because you wanted to leave Nigeria? So that's why I always say, first of all, ask yourself, is that the best decision for me right now? Right? It doesn't mean in 6 months that can't change. It doesn't mean in 3 months you can't leave if you have the opportunity. But what's the best thing for you? So always think of, this is my current situation, right? Maybe I'm a student, I'm still schooling, or I'm in my final year, or maybe I just finished schooling and I have no experience. What's the best thing for you right now? Should you build your experience, build your case, so that I can, get a good job, get the experience, and then be able to apply? Think about what is the best thing for you right now, and then if you feel like, yes, I think I can do this, or I think I'm interested, or I'm ready to do this, or maybe my next opportunity or what I need to do involves I need to actually leave or relocate to this company, then yes, that's good. You can apply to several companies, right? I don't have preference, because again, it's like what works and what's the best opportunity that's presented in front of you. Yes, for me, I came in through work, thankfully, but work is not for everybody. Not everybody will come in through work, right? So you can come in through school, right? If you feel like you finished your bachelor's, which I always advise, right? Like, because again, for me, school fees is expensive.
People have money now, so
if you feel like you are like in your final year, or you've completed the best half of your undergraduate studies, it's best to complete it and then apply for masters, because again, like I said, you put yourself in a better position to actually get into a good school, and you don't have to worry about paying the 4 years full expense, tuition, all those kind of things, right? So you can come in through school, masters is there, and again, you can come in through work. So those are like 2 good routes presented for you, depending on what you feel like is what would be the best solid case for you. So always just think of the best thing, or think of you as a person, not what the world is doing, right? But always take a step back and know what you want for yourself, because there are people that are in Nigeria making it. Do you know how much banana costs to live in Banana Island? Have you checked it before?
I don't even want to check, because I know that I can never afford it. So
for real, like I was shocked the day I checked it. No, I think I was talking to a teammate or something that was in Poland or something, and I was like, oh, then where's the best place to live? I was like, oh, Banana Island. My mouth was sweet. And then I checked online how much it costs to rent a place in Banana Island. There are people living there. So, but again, it's like, what's the best for you? Because even for some people, yes, I can do this, but maybe I want that safety for my children right now or something. So again, look for what is best for you.
So the good talk, good interview, or I don't know if I should call it interview, but just good storytelling time. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Hope, for gracing us with your presence and for sharing your story with us. I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people.
Hopefully.
And so you guys can drop your comments. If you have questions, I'll forward them to Hope.
Disclaimer, my thoughts, my views, my whatever suggestion, advice, or whatever I've shared today, they're just all about me and my experiences, and not to be attributed to my company or anything in any way. So please. And
there's no sure way to also get a visa, so we're just giving you our experience.
Yes, and what I've learned so far, that's all. Yeah.
Alright, so now that you've given them the disclaimer, thank you once again. Thanks guys for watching this video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you have not subscribed, drop your comments, and see you in my next video.
See you next time.
Bye.